my dear children. Come near to me now and rest your hearts in my presence. Imagine yourself in the quiet stillness of a chapel at dawn. The air is soft and still, the candles at the altar flicker with a gentle glow, and the faint sound of a bell echoes in the distance. Sunlight filters through stained glass, painting the floor with hues of crimson and gold. It is here in this holy quiet that I draw you close to me. Lay down the burdens you carry. Lay down the bitterness, the wounds, the anger that clings to you like heavy chains. I am here to whisper to your heart, to remind you of my eternal love and the freedom I give you. Forgiveness feels impossible to you now, I know, but you are not alone in this struggle. You are not left without strength. As you sit before me, feel the weight of those chains begin to tremble. Feel the links grow weaker with every breath of my spirit that rests upon you. My children, I have brought you here to show you that what feels impossible to you is made possible by my power. Stay with me now. Do not turn away, for I am about to break the chains that hold you. I speak to you now with the tenderness of a father who delights in his children. You are precious to me. You are not defined by the harm done against you, nor are you trapped forever in the shadows of your pain. I have come to bring you freedom. I have come to show you my grace, my mercy, and the power of forgiveness that flows from my heart into yours. This message is not to condemn you, but to lift you. It is to guide you along a path where bitterness is exchanged for peace, where anger is transformed into healing, and where brokenness is made whole again. Listen carefully, my dear children, for I long to walk with you step by step as you learn to forgive those who have wounded you. I know their words cut deep. I know their actions pierced your soul. But I am here to teach you that forgiveness is not weakness. It is strength born from my spirit within you. Remain with me, for this time is holy. This moment is sacred. The same light that streams through the windows of a quiet church is now streaming into your heart. Let it bathe you. Let it warm you. Let it remind you that you are never alone. My dear children, you have heard the words in Scripture. For if you forgive others their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you, from Matthew 6:14. These words are not meant to weigh you down. They are meant to set you free. Forgiveness is not a burden I demand of you. It is a gift I long to give you. The power to forgive does not come from your strength. It comes from mine. I know how the hurt lingers. I see the secret tears you cry in the stillness of night. I hear the unspoken questions in your heart. How can I forgive when the pain is so great? How can I release someone who never asked to be released? My children, forgiveness is not about excusing the wrong. It is not about denying the wound. Forgiveness is about choosing to place the weight of that wrong into my hands, to let me be the judge, to let me carry the pain so you no longer have to. Picture the chain once more, heavy, cold, wrapped around your soul. Each link forged from betrayal, from harsh words, from broken promises. That chain keeps you bound, keeps you tied to what was done against you. But see now as my light shines upon it. Watch as one by one the links begin to tremble. Hear the sound of metal cracking, the clatter of iron falling to the ground. That is what happens when you release the wound to me. The chain is broken, and you step into freedom. My dear children, forgiveness does not erase the memory, but it does release the power of the wound over you. When you forgive, you open the door for my healing rivers to flow into your heart. Like living water rushing through a parched desert, I will refresh you. As it is written, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Let this be your anchor when you feel unable to forgive. My grace will meet you in your weakness. My strength will become your strength. Think of the storm that once raged over the sea. The winds howled, the waves towered, the boat trembled. Yet with one word I calmed the storm. In the same way, I will calm the storm within your heart. The rage, the sorrow, the bitterness, all can be stilled by my presence when you yield them to me. Forgiveness is not a one-time act, but a journey. Each time the memory arises, you may feel the pull of the chain again. But remember, my children, the chain is already broken. Each time you choose to forgive, you step further into freedom. Each step releases more of my peace into your life. When you forgive, you reflect me. You shine with the light of my Son, who on the cross looked upon those who pierced his hands and said, "Father, forgive them." That same strength is within you, for I dwell in you. Do not fear that you must walk this road alone. I am walking it with you, holding you, strengthening you, carrying you when you feel too weak to go on. Let my words wrap around your soul like a warm cloak on a cold morning. You are forgiven, you are free, you are loved beyond measure. Out of that love, I pour into you the ability to forgive. Do not keep your eyes fixed on the wound, but lift your gaze to me. See my face shining upon you. Hear my voice calling you into peace. Feel the chains falling at your feet. This is the gift I give you today, my dear children. Not a command without help, but a promise with power. You will forgive, not because you are strong, but because I am strong within you. You will forgive, not because the wrong was small, but because my mercy is greater still. So rest in my love, walk in my light, let the chains be broken, and let your heart be free. My dear children, listen closely, for I am not far from you. I am near to the brokenhearted, and I bind up the wounds of those who are crushed in spirit. You have carried the sting of betrayal, the heaviness of unkindness, the ache of rejection. These wounds are real. I do not dismiss them, nor do I tell you they do not matter. They matter deeply, because you matter deeply to me. But I do not want you to remain bound by what was done. I call you into freedom, and forgiveness is the key that unlocks the door. Imagine again the chain. Feel its cold weight pressing against you, links tightening with every remembrance of pain. Now see my hands reaching toward you. My hands bear the marks of nails, the proof of the greatest forgiveness ever given. With those same hands, I grasp the chain that binds you. With one pull, one movement of my power, the chain snaps. Hear the sound of it shattering. See it fall to the ground, broken and powerless. This is what I am doing in your life when you choose to forgive. Forgiveness is not about pretending that nothing happened. It is not about saying the wrong was right. It is about choosing to trust me with what was done. My dear children, when you forgive, you hand me the keys to the prison you have been locked in, and I open the door wide. The air of freedom rushes in, and you breathe again. Yes, I know forgiveness feels costly. It feels like letting go of justice. But hear me, you are not letting go of justice. You are placing justice in my hands. I am the righteous judge. I see every hidden deed, every careless word, every wound inflicted. Nothing escapes my sight. Nothing is forgotten. But when you forgive, you release yourself from being the keeper of the debt. You step away from bitterness, and you allow me to do what only I can do to heal, to restore, to redeem. My children, the enemy desires to keep you bound in bitterness. He whispers to you that holding on will protect you, that anger will shield you, that unforgiveness will keep you safe. but those are lies. Unforgiveness is not a shield, it is a cage. Anger is not protection, it is poison. Bitterness does not guard your heart, it hardens it. But when you forgive, the poison is removed, the cage is opened, and your heart begins to beat freely again in my love. Let me remind you of my words once more. For if you forgive others their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. These are not harsh demands. They are invitations into a life of freedom. When you forgive, you step into the flow of my mercy. You align yourself with my heart. You begin to see with my eyes, love with my love, and walk in my peace. Think of the river, clear and strong, flowing through a dry land. The ground cracks with thirst, but as the river pours over it, life springs up. Flowers bloom, trees rise, fruit appears. This is what happens when forgiveness flows through your life. Where once there was dryness, there will be life. Where once there was despair, there will be joy. Where once there was anger, there will be peace. My dear children, forgiveness is not weakness. It is not surrender to those who harmed you. Forgiveness is strength. It is the victory of my spirit over the darkness that sought to hold you. When you forgive, you triumph. When you forgive, you declare that the power of my cross is greater than the power of the wound. When you forgive, you reflect my Son who overcame evil with love. Rest in this truth. You do not walk this path alone. I walk with you. I supply the grace you need. When the wound feels too fresh, I am there to comfort you. When the memory cuts again, I am there to remind you of your freedom. When the bitterness rises, I am there to pour out my Spirit anew. Do not think you must do this in your strength. Lean on me and I will carry you. Remember, forgiveness is a process. Some wounds take time to heal. Each day, choose to release the hurt to me. Each day, choose to let the chain remain broken. And with every choice, my peace will grow stronger in you. Hear my promise. I will never leave you nor forsake you. I will heal your heart. I will restore what was broken. I will make rivers flow in the desert places of your life. Trust me. Surrender to me. Forgive as I have forgiven you. And watch as I fill you with a peace beyond understanding. My children, see yourself now standing in the light of my presence. The chains lie shattered at your feet. Your heart, once weighed down, beats with new freedom. Your spirit, once heavy, rises like a bird into the sky. This is my gift to you. This is my strength at work in you. Forgive, and you will truly live. My dear children, remain close to me as I pour more of my heart into yours. Forgiveness is not only about setting another free, it is about setting yourself free. The hurt you carry has weighed upon your soul like a heavy stone. You may not even realize how much of your strength has been drained by holding on to anger, how much of your joy has been dimmed by carrying bitterness, how much of your peace has been stolen by remembering the wound again and again. But I see it clearly, and I long to lift it from you. Picture a vast field at sunrise. The mist is rising. The first rays of light touch the earth, and the air carries the freshness of a new day. This is what I desire for your soul, a new morning, free from the shadows of yesterday's pain. When you forgive, you step out of the night and into the dawn. The darkness cannot cling to you anymore. because my light fills every corner. Do not think that forgiving means you must forget. The memory may linger, but I will transform it. What once brought tears will one day bring testimony. What once felt like the end will become the place where my new beginning took root. My dear children, I am the God who redeems, and nothing is beyond the reach of my redemption. Even the deepest wound can become a wellspring of life when surrendered to me. Consider the cross. At the moment when the world saw defeat, heaven declared victory. At the moment of deepest pain, the greatest act of forgiveness was given. My son lifted his voice and said, "Father, forgive them." Those words echo through eternity, and they reach you today. That same spirit of forgiveness that flowed through him now flows through you because you belong to me. Do not measure forgiveness by your own ability. Measure it by mine. Do not look at the size of the wound. Look at the greatness of my mercy. Do not focus on the impossibility you feel. Focus on the power I have placed within you. Remember, my dear children, that I am your strength. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me is not just a verse, it is your reality when you choose to trust in me. Let me show you another picture. Imagine standing by a river. The current is strong, carrying leaves, branches, and debris downstream. Each offense, each painful memory is like a stone in your hands. The longer you clutch it, the heavier it feels. But when you open your hands and release it into the river, the current takes it away. You no longer bear its weight. That is forgiveness opening your hands and letting my river carry it. You do not need to chase after it. You can trust that it is gone from your grip. My dear children, when you forgive, you create space in your heart for joy. Where bitterness once lived, joy takes its place. Where resentment once whispered, peace begins to sing. Where hatred once tried to root itself, love grows tall and strong. Forgiveness clears the soil of your soul so that my spirit can plant seeds of new life. Do not be afraid of what forgiveness will cost you. What it costs is small compared to what it gives. It may cost your pride, your desire for revenge, your need to be proven right. But in exchange, it gives you freedom, peace, healing, and closeness with me. This is a divine exchange, and I invite you to step into it. Some of you wonder if forgiving means trusting again. Hear me clearly. Forgiveness and trust are not the same. Forgiveness is a gift of grace, but trust is built over time. You can forgive while still using wisdom. You can release the debt without placing yourself in harm's way. Forgiveness is about your heart before me, not about excusing another's actions or exposing yourself to more wounds. I give you discernment for that. My children, I know how you struggle. I know how the wound reopens with a memory, with a word, with a sight that brings it all rushing back. But each time it does, I am there. Each time you can choose to release it again, to whisper in your spirit, I forgive, Lord, because you are my strength. With every choice, the chain grows weaker until one day you realize it no longer holds you. You ask me, how many times must I forgive? I tell you, forgive as many times as it takes to keep your heart free. For every act of forgiveness is another link of the chain broken, another stone released into the river, another step into the sunrise of my love. Let your soul breathe, my dear children. Breathe out the pain and breathe in my spirit. Breathe out the anger and breathe in my peace. Breathe out the bitterness and breathe in my love. This holy exchange happens when you forgive, and it transforms you from the inside out. Do not wait for feelings to lead you. Forgiveness is not first a feeling, it is a choice. Feelings will follow, but they are not the master of your heart. I am. Choose forgiveness, and I will bring your feelings into alignment with my truth in time. Now see again the vision of the chain. Once it was unbreakable. Once it felt eternal. But now it lies shattered at your feet. You are not bound by the past. You are not defined by the wound. You are my beloved, set free by my mercy, strengthened by my grace, carried by my love. Walk forward in this freedom. Let the past stay behind you. Lift your eyes to the horizon where my promises shine bright. Every step you take in forgiveness is a step deeper into my kingdom, where love reigns and peace abounds. This is my heart for you, my dear children, that you live unchained, unburdened, and unafraid, that you reflect my Son's light in a dark world, that you walk in peace even when the world around you stirs with anger, that you love as you have been loved, forgive as you have been forgiven, and shine as lights that cannot be hidden. My dear children, stay with me here a little longer, for I am still working in your heart. Forgiveness is not simply an act you do once and then walk away from. It is a life you enter into with me. It is a rhythm of release, a continual pouring out of the heavy things into my hands. Just as each day the morning sun breaks through the darkness, so each day I invite you to let my light break through the shadows of your heart. Think of the chains again, lying broken at your feet. Do you see how the ground is clear now? Where once you were bound, now you can walk freely. Take steps in my peace. Take steps in my joy. Forgiveness is not just about the past. It is about your future. It is about walking unburdened so you can run into the destiny I have prepared for you. When you hold on to bitterness, it is like carrying a stone in your pocket. One stone may not seem heavy, but day by day, as you add more stones, the weight becomes unbearable. Soon you find you can hardly move, but when you forgive, you empty your pockets. You cast away the stones, and suddenly you can move again, you can breathe again, you can live again. My dear children, some of you have carried stones for many years. The pain has become part of your story, almost part of your identity. But I tell you today, you are not defined by what was done to you. You are defined by my love for you. You are not the sum of your wounds. You are the treasure of my heart. Forgiveness is the doorway to remembering who you truly are in me. Do not be afraid to open that door. Behind it lies my peace. Behind it lies my joy. Behind it lies a new chapter, written not with bitterness, but with hope. I know what it feels like to be betrayed. My son was abandoned by friends, mocked by crowds, pierced by soldiers, and yet he forgave. He forgave not because they deserved it, but because love demanded it. Love chose it. Love gave freely. That same love lives in you, my dear children. I have poured it into your hearts through my Spirit. You do not need to manufacture it. You only need to release what I have already given you. Forgiveness may feel like dying, dying to your pride, dying to your right to revenge, dying to the story you wanted to hold on to. But hear me, every death in me is followed by resurrection. If you lay it down, I will raise you up. If you surrender the wound, I will birth new life in you. If you let go of bitterness, I will replace it with joy beyond what you thought possible. Think of a garden in winter. The ground is hard, the trees bare, the flowers hidden. It seems as if nothing is alive. Yet beneath the soil, new life is preparing. The roots are strengthening, the seeds are waiting, and when spring comes, beauty bursts forth. So it is with forgiveness. You may feel barren now, but as you choose to forgive, you plant seeds. And in due time, the blossoms of peace, love, and joy will fill your life. My dear children, let me take you deeper still. Forgiveness is not just for those who hurt you. It is for you. It is a gift you give yourself. For as long as you hold on to resentment, the wound cannot heal. But when you forgive, you allow my healing to flow. You allow my hands to touch the deepest parts of your soul and bring wholeness where there has been brokenness. I am the one who heals the broken-hearted. I am the one who makes all things new. I am the one who turns ashes into beauty. Trust me with your wounds. Trust me with your pain. Trust me with your heart. Some of you wonder, what if I forgive and they hurt me again? My children, forgiveness does not mean you must invite harm. Forgiveness is about releasing the debt, not ignoring wisdom. You can forgive while still setting healthy boundaries. You can forgive while still guarding your heart. But never let fear keep you from releasing the pain into my hands. For fear will hold you, but forgiveness will free you. Remember, forgiveness is not about feelings, but about faith. You may not feel like forgiving, but you can choose it by faith. And as you choose, my Spirit will strengthen you. Over time, your feelings will come into alignment with your choice. What begins as obedience becomes joy. What begins as surrender becomes freedom. Listen to my promise again. If you forgive others their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. This is not a threat. It is an invitation. It is me saying, step into the river of my mercy. Step into the flow of my grace. Let my forgiveness wash over you and then flow through you to others. You are not a stagnant pool meant to hold grudges. You are a river meant to carry my love. Picture yourself standing by a great waterfall. The water thunders down with unstoppable power, cascading over rocks, creating mist that refreshes the air. That waterfall is my mercy flowing endlessly. When you forgive, you step under that waterfall. It washes away the bitterness. It soaks you in peace. It surrounds you with love. And from that place, you begin to overflow to others. My dear children, let me remind you of this. You are forgiven. Every wrong you have done, every sin you regret, every failure you carry, I have washed them clean by the blood of my Son. You are free because I have forgiven you. How can you not then extend the same gift to others? Do not withhold what you have so richly received. Give, and you will find that more is given to you. Release, and you will find that peace returns to you in abundance. This is the life I call you to, a life unchained, a life free, a life overflowing with my mercy. Forgiveness is the pathway, and I walk it with you. Take my hand now, my dear children. Do not look back at the broken chains. Lift your eyes forward to the horizon where my light shines. Forgive, and you will see my glory revealed in you. My dear children, let your hearts be still and listen, for I am speaking life over you even now. Forgiveness is not something you accomplish in your own strength. It is something you receive from me and release through me. Just as you breathe in the air that sustains you and breathe out what your body no longer needs, so it is with forgiveness. You breathe in my mercy, and you breathe out mercy toward others. You inhale my grace, and you exhale grace to those who wounded you. This rhythm of mercy keeps your soul alive and free. Think of the chains again. When they were wrapped around you, they seemed immovable. Yet when my light touched them, they shattered. This is not a story of your weakness, but of my strength. I delight to show my strength in your weakness. When you whisper, "I cannot forgive," I answer, "But I can." Through you. You are never left to yourself in this. My Spirit fills you with what you need moment by moment. My dear children, remember this truth. Forgiveness is not about whether they deserve it. It is about the freedom I desire for you. Some of those who hurt you may never see their wrong. Some may never repent or seek forgiveness. But do not let their hardness of heart harden yours. Your freedom does not depend on their change. It depends on your surrender. You can release them into my hands and walk away from the prison of resentment. I see how you have been tempted to rehearse the wound, to turn it over in your mind like a stone you cannot put down. Each time you do, the pain revives. But I call you to release the stone. Place it in my hands, for I am strong enough to carry it. Do not let your mind become a place where bitterness takes root. Let your thoughts dwell on me instead. Think on what is pure, lovely, praiseworthy, and true. When you turn your focus to me, the grip of the wound loosens. My children, forgiveness does not erase the story, but it changes its ending. Without forgiveness, the story ends with bitterness. With forgiveness, the story ends with healing, hope, and redemption. I am the author of your life, and I write stories of grace. Allow me to write a new chapter. Picture a vast meadow after a storm. The clouds have parted, and the sun shines down. Drops of rain glisten like jewels on the grass. The storm did not last forever, and now the beauty that follows is greater than what was before. This is what I bring when you forgive. The storm of pain gives way to the calm of my presence. The rain of sorrow gives way to the bloom of new life. My dear children, some of you are afraid that forgiveness will make you vulnerable again. But I assure you, I am your shield. I surround you with my love as a fortress surrounds a city. Forgiveness is not about lowering your guard to harm. It is about raising your heart to freedom. Trust me to be your protector. Trust me to guard you even as you release the burden. Consider my words once more. If you forgive others their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. This is my promise. Forgive, and you will walk in the fullness of my mercy. Forgive, and you will know the joy of being aligned with my heart. Forgive, and you will live in the flow of my Spirit. Think of a lamp placed in the window of a house at night. The light shines out, guiding others who walk in darkness. When you forgive, you shine with that same light. Others will see it. Others will feel it. Your forgiveness may be the very thing that leads someone else to me. You may not realize it, but your act of obedience ripples outward like waves across the water, touching lives you never imagined. My children, forgiveness is not just for great wounds. It is for the small ones, too, the unkind word, the overlooked kindness, the thoughtless act. If you allow these small wounds to accumulate, They can weigh you down just as heavily as the great ones. But if you forgive quickly, you remain light and free. Do not let the sun go down on your anger. Release it daily, and your heart will remain tender before me. Let me remind you again, you are forgiven. Your past no longer defines you. Your mistakes no longer chain you. The blood of my Son has washed you clean. You stand before me clothed in righteousness, radiant in my sight. As you have freely received, so freely give. Let the forgiveness you have received overflow into forgiveness for others. My dear children, imagine standing at the shore of a great sea. The waves rise and fall, each one carrying away grains of sand, smoothing the shore. That is how my grace works in your life. Wave after wave, day after day, it washes over you, smoothing the rough places, carrying away the burdens. All you must do is stand and let the waves come. In the same way, allow forgiveness to flow over and through you again and again. I see your tears, and I keep them all. I know your wounds, and I heal them gently. I know your fears, and I whisper peace. You do not walk this road alone. Every step you take in forgiveness is a step closer to my heart. Every chain that falls brings you nearer to freedom. Every act of release makes room for my love to fill you more completely. So come now, my dear children, take my hand. Let the chain fall, let the stone drop. Step out of the prison of bitterness and into the meadow of peace. Forgive, not by your strength, but by mine. And as you do, you will find that my joy rises within you like the morning sun, steady and unstoppable. You will discover that my peace flows like a river, gentle yet unending. You will know that you are truly free. My dear children, rest here a while longer with me. Do not rush from this sacred place, for I have more to pour into your heart. You have walked with me through the difficult path of forgiveness, and I have shown you how my strength breaks the chains that bound you. Now, as we draw this time of devotion to a close, I want to cover you with my blessing and surround you with my peace. Lift your eyes now and see the horizon of my promises. Imagine the clouds parting after a long storm, the first rays of light breaking through and warming your face. That light is my love, constant and unchanging, shining even after the fiercest storms. You may feel weary, but as the light falls upon you, strength begins to rise within you. The shadows cannot remain, for my presence has filled the space. My dear children, forgiveness is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of a new one. Where you once carried bitterness, you now carry peace. Where anger once lived, my Spirit plants joy. Where chains once bound you, you now walk free. Like a tree planted by streams of living water, your roots will grow deep in me. You will flourish in every season because you draw from the river of my mercy that never runs dry. Hear my words of promise. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. I speak this over you now. Rest for your weary mind. Rest for your burdened heart. Rest for your soul that has wrestled with unforgiveness for so long. You do not have to strive any more. Lay it all down, and let me be your rest. See yourself standing beside a calm river. The surface is smooth like glass, reflecting the sky above. As you breathe deeply, the stillness of the water mirrors the stillness I bring to your soul. The rushing noise of anger and resentment fades away, replaced by the gentle sound of peace. My dear children, this is what I desire for you, a peace that flows like a river, steady and unending. You may wonder, what if I fail? What if I struggle again tomorrow? Do not fear. My grace meets you each morning, fresh as the dew upon the grass. When you stumble, I will lift you. When you falter, I will steady you. When the memory rises again, I will remind you that the chains are already broken. Walk with me daily, and step by step, forgiveness will become the rhythm of your life. I do not call you to be perfect in your strength. I call you to be surrendered in mine. Remember my promise. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Where you are weak, I am strong. Where you are empty, I am full. Where you feel unable, I am able. Lean into me, and you will find that what you thought impossible is made possible by my Spirit within you. My dear children, picture yourself now in my embrace. Like a father who wraps his arms around his child, I hold you close. Feel the warmth of my love surrounding you, steadying you, assuring you that you are never alone. You are my beloved. You are safe in my arms. Nothing can snatch you from my hand. I speak blessing over you now. May your heart be light and free. May your spirit be strong in hope. May your days be filled with the assurance that I am with you always. May every place where bitterness once lived be filled instead with overflowing joy. May the peace of Christ, which surpasses all understanding, guard your heart and mind. As you go forth, carry this truth with you. Forgiveness is not the end of your strength. It is the beginning of mine in you. When you forgive, you shine with the reflection of my Son. When you forgive, you walk in the power of the cross. When you forgive, you declare to the world that love is stronger than hate, that mercy triumphs over judgment, and that my light is greater than any darkness. Let this time be a seed planted deep in your heart. Let it grow into fruit that others can taste and see. Let your life become a testimony of my goodness, so that others who are bound in chains may see your freedom and long for their own. And when they ask, tell them that it was I who gave you strength. Point them back to me, and I will do the same for them. My dear children, feel my peace resting on you now, like a soft blanket after a long day, like the calm that follows after thunder has rolled away. Let it sink deep, beyond the noise of your thoughts, beyond the ache of your heart, into the very depths of your soul. This peace is my gift to you. Carry it with you when you leave this place, and know that it will never leave you. You are not alone, for I walk beside you. You are not forgotten, for I have written your name on the palm of my hand. You are not bound, for I have broken your chains. You are not unloved, for my love is everlasting. Now, as you prepare to leave this sacred moment, I ask you to let this message flow outward. Just as a lamp on a stand gives light to all in the house, let my words shine through you. Share what you have received so that others too may know my love and my freedom. My dear children, if this message has touched you, I invite you gently leave a sign of your presence here. Speak your heart in the comments so that others may be encouraged by your testimony. Extend your hand to others by liking this message, so it may reach those who are still searching. And subscribe, not as a duty, but as a way of walking closely with me through future words I will continue to pour out. Do this not for obligation, but as an act of faith and love, spreading the light of my kingdom. Go now with my blessing. Go in peace, go in joy, go in freedom. Walk as children of the light. Forgive as you have been forgiven. Love as you have been loved. And know always, my dear children, that I am with you until the end of the age.